was a job interview for these two.
Yeah.
That's basically what that interview was.
So Adam Scheffler, who said two teams that are interested are the Colts and the Saints. NFC West League and Cardinals was also interested in signing Rice, but they said because of Andre Ellison, he had an injury going on. Now they kind of went ahead and told people that they have no interest in Rice. I mean, do you see him fitting with any of these teams, the Colts and the Saints? I mean, I thought the Saints had a nice running back in Mark Ingram.
We don't need to go to the Colts because Boom Herron just came out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. So Boom Herron's running the ball very well for them right now. Saints, Mark Ingram. The Saints are a running back by committee anyway. Mm-hmm. So why you want to add Ray Rice into there? Right. I know one guy got hurt, but Mark Ingram right now is carrying the load. He's doing pretty well. The Cardinals, they don't need nothing because their season's about to go.
Okay.
Yeah, their season's about to go into the tank.
I'm going to tell you something that really made you laugh with this story. I was at work here, and we were talking about the Ray Rice thing. I know you're a Jaguars fan.
No.
Not at all, huh?
No. We just got rid of a washed-up running back, and he's in Oakland carrying the ball for 16 yards all year long. Why do I want another one? I don't want him because he's not a good running back anymore. That's why you don't want a guy, because he's not what he used to be. Nowhere even close. It's not about beating. It's not about, I look at it in a football standpoint. Last year, decline. This year when he would play, decline. He's not a good running back anymore. Why do you want a guy who's not a good running back anymore when you got rid of a guy who wasn't a good running back anymore?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's totally the same thing. I don't care nothing about the other stuff.
The bag is not.
It's what can you do to me on the football field, and right now he can do nothing. Because by the time he gets anything going, we don't need a running back right now. We're at the bottom.
Yeah.
We don't need nothing right now.
I feel you got a kick out of that.
Go with who you got right now, and don't be no. You didn't even have to ask the question, and I knew what you was going to ask. And I told you now what I told you back then when we even mentioned it. Yep. No, because from a football standpoint, he's not what you need right now. He's not that good.
Gotcha.
Next year, when you ask me about some of the running backs, I'll be like, yes, maybe, come on, yeah, whatever. But no.
Yeah, he's definitely, if he comes in and play, he's got to be in Spurs and probably and be on one of these teams that's going to get into the playoffs.
He's going to go to a playoff contender that needs help if he gets any play at all.
True.
That's if he gets any play at all.
Let's just move forward. I guess we kind of hit the very right nail on the head here, being a dead horse. All right, let's talk about some football.
And their job interview.
Yeah.
That's it. When you heard that interview, it sounded like they were trying to make everybody go, look, this is what happened, blah, 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 blah. It was a job interview for both of them to say that they were both in the wrong and all that crap.
Right.
And that's why I'm like, I don't care. Just shut up. I'm tired of talking about it.
All right, you watched this game a little more than I did. I was on the road actually getting back up here to Jacksonville. Let's talk about the Packers and the Patriots here. The Packers won 26-21. Everybody's pegging this to be a Super Bowl preview. And everybody said it was a pretty darn good game. I caught the tail end of it, but I didn't really catch too much of it. But as far as I see, I mean, it was nothing too crazy here. Packers didn't score 55 points like they did.
Yeah, they didn't go nuts. Yeah, they didn't go nuts.
And rightfully so, because the Patriots is a solid team, a great team right now, as we say. So you weren't going to expect that. So you expect a nail-biter. So your thoughts about this game in particular that you watch, and what you think about this here?
Green Bay is great at home. Green Bay right now, I made the reference before on another one. They're like New Orleans used to be at home, to where you get them at home and they're almost unbeatable at home. They just got that aura around them when they go to the house. But when they go on the road, that's when they suffer. Like I said, if this game would have been played in New England, I would have took the pass. Yeah. Just because of the different nuances and everything like that.
Because
but it was a good
great at home too.
Oh yeah, New England's great at home. Yeah, New England's been really good at home. New England will have those days though where they lose at home. Yeah. But right now they're not. Packers aren't losing at home. This year so far, the Patriots haven't lost at home either. They're 3-3 on the road, but all three of their games they lost were on the road. So, it was a good game.
To mention what you say, because you talk about how Aaron Rodgers played great at home. Look at this here.
Aaron Rodgers is retarded.
20-game streak, and you've been gushing about him since the beginning of
People
the
laugh.
NFL season.
Yeah, y'all laughed when
I didn't really laugh. I just
he
thought,
was like, "I'm taking Tom Brady. I'm taking Peyton Manning. I'm taking the younger guy that's a badass that he got to sit for 3 years of his or 2 years of his first 2 years. He got to sit behind one of the best, and now look at him.
Yeah,
he may be 31, but you got to think you could take 2 years off of it because he didn't play those 2 years.
he didn't play that.
So now he's going. Dude's a bad man. Dude is a bad man.
Hey, props to him because there was a lot, and they had this whole story because I watched this on the countdown about Brady and Rodgers projected the draft and how they was talking about their weaknesses and everything like that, and
it's amazing.
Look at him now.
It's amazing that Aaron fell that far. He fell to the end of the first round, and everyone was surprised when Green Bay grabbed him. Everybody was like, "Why is Green Bay grabbing him? They have Brett Favre." Well, they knew something.
Yeah. They did know something.
They knew something. I wish my team would have known something.
Well, he was good in Cal.
Oh, he was great.
Yeah, he was great in Cal.
He was great, but he fell because once he got past those teams that needed a quarterback and already went and got a different one, once he fell past those, he was going to drop until somebody was just going to grab him. And Green Bay was smart enough to go, look, we got Brett, but what are we going to do when Brett's gone? And now you see what's happening. So they got another Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Right now, because is it Warren A, Warren B? Is it Warren better than for MVP candidates right now? Would you put Warren ahead of the other as far as Brady and Rodgers? Because
it's 1A and 1B right now. They're
neck and neck.
They're right there together. And distant third would probably be J.J. Watt.
J.J. Watt, huh?
He would be a distant third just because his team's not very good. But his team could be worse without him. The boy's catching touchdown passes. I'm mad they haven't put him up in fantasy to pick him up as a tight end because the boy's catching more tight. He's got 5 touchdowns this year.
It's funny how much impact he has on the game defensively, but not offensively as well.
Well, somebody was like, can we compare him to Gronkowski? I'm like, no, he's not fast. I'm like, the only time they put him in the game to catch the ball is on the goal line.
Yeah.
I was like, you know who's catching the ball. But the funny part, they still can't stop it.
Because he's so athletic.
They can't stop him. No, he's big as fuck.
Big too, and
he's
still big and quick for his size.
He's a monster. He just goes, I got it. But no, he's so athletic, though. The catches he were making, they threw a fade to him.
Yeah.
A fade to the back corner of the end zone.
So you wouldn't protest of him winning the MVP award at all, huh?
No, I would protest it, but just because of his team not being too good. But that's why I said he's going to get votes, but I wouldn't want him to win it.
Definitely just player of the year, though, right?
Yeah, oh, definitely.
The hands down, right?
No doubt in my mind,
yeah,
he's the defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
Just because of all the things he's done.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
Should be offensive rookie of the year because he's never played off.
Offensive rookie of the year.
But yeah, he's definitely played. He's definitely right there with those guys. But just because of what his team has done, you can't really seriously put him as a candidate. But you can put him in that conversation.
Okay.
Because what would they do without him?
Right.
And all this talk we had of Clowney coming in and being Clowney hasn't even been in the game.
Right.
Which what I told people at the beginning of at the draft, I'm like, he's too injury prone, man. He's injury prone. Mm-hmm. There's a reason he wanted to take that year off in South Carolina because he didn't want to hurt anything. But then he played, and then look what they done. He got hurt, and now that wear and tear on him is catching up in the NFL, and he hasn't played down.
Right. All right. Well, before we go to break, let's talk a little bit about our own teams. We can go ahead and go.
Hey, we won! I'm only been able to do that twice.
Yeah, you was at the game, and I know you
so much fun.
You had a heck of a time.
So much fun.
And we already know how much you don't like New York, so
much fun.
Yeah,
so much fun. It was a cool day though because November 30th, 1993 is when they announced the team that it was coming to Jacksonville. So the game was actually played on the 21st birthday of the Jaguars. Mm-hmm. Tom Coughlin came back. So Tom Coughlin was there. And they had they had 50 players that used to play for the Jaguars at the game. Like old guys. First time Jimmy Smith has been back at the stadium in 12 years. Because of all the stuff that he's went through and everything like that. It's the first time that he's been able to make it in 12 years. Him, Keenan McCardle was there. Fred Taylor was there. Mark Brunell was there. Baselli, of course, works for the organization. Jeff Loggeman, a lot of the older guys. Mike Sims Walker was there, the guy from Central Florida who played for us. Kevin Hardy was back. And it was just cool to see all these guys. Best part was we were sitting in the seats and they were sitting right behind us. I'm like, what? Hey, there's players right behind us. But it was a fun game. The first half, not so much. First half, I was like, oh crap, here we go again. We're gonna be sitting here watching the blowout. At least we're sitting in good seats watching the blowout. But then that second half, we got Eli faces. So I was like, all right. I looked at Crystal and I said, Eli's gonna do something stupid. So we may still be in the game. I was like, as long as we can keep it close, Eli's going to do something stupid. Mm-hmm. Sure enough, about the time I say Eli's going to do something stupid, that fumble, touchdown, Eli faces everywhere. Even the Giant fans were making Eli faces. So it was a fun game.
Tell me the irony, because y'all say y'all was down 21-0.
It was down 21-0 on the 21st birthday of the Jaguars. It was just everything had 21. The best part was the game ticket actually had Scobie on it kicking the game-winning field goal against the Colts. Well, he kicks the game-winning field goal against the Giants on the day the ticket had him kicking the game-winning field goal, plus free subs.
Which is not a bad thing.
Yeah, game-winning field goal and free sub. That was perfect. We actually went down after the game and saw all of them coming out and everything. Got to see Jimmy Smith and all. But this Scobie come running by and people are like, "Yeah, good shot on the game winner." And I'm like, "Good shot on the game winner and getting the subs." And he was like, I got you.
Nice.
Yes, it was cool. Got to meet a lot of them after the game, too. Blake Bortles took a picture with us. Coach took a picture with us. I saw the Blake
Bortles picture that you took. Yeah. Your wife took with him.
My wife
she was grinning from ear to ear.
Yeah, she's grinning.
So.
She's grinning hugely on when Blake came out. And I was like, can you take one with the wife, too? Please, before she won't shut up.
Right.
But yeah, we got to see all of them.
Talk to your boy Blake Bortles, man. Calling commands. Thought he was doing his helmet.
That's funny though.
I'll just show you that story.
Yeah, that's still funny. That's still funny.
All right. As far as my Broncos, it
was a concussion.
I thought it was going to be a closer game because Julius Son wasn't playing, and we're just so decimated the running back position. But I think these guys can find a new running back right now. C.J. Anderson
is freaking insane.
Is definitely doing it with power running.
But remember back in the day, though, when in Denver, any running back could go up there and run for 100,000 yards there. That's what it reminds me of. Now, everybody's so concerned about Peyton and all the weapons, everybody's forgetting about the running back in Denver now, and the running backs are doing what they used to do back in the day. Yeah. Run. And so, anybody, you could go get, you could probably go get Ray Rice right now, and he would run for 100 yards behind them.
And it's crazy because now the offensive line's been called out the last few weeks. Well, before this had occurred, when the Rams game, they got called out bad about this. Orlando Franklin in particular was pointing out.
Goofy looking dude, man.
Was pointing out in particular. And
every time they show his picture on Sunday Night Football, I'm like, what is wrong with that man?
But
he's like, do you? I'm like, oh, there you go. That's
wrong. That's the problem. I gotta give him props for doing this. And
but Peyton is.
And Peyton, look at this. 179 yards passing.
Peyton there's something wrong with Peyton. His ball looks like his arm's starting. They always talked about his arm getting weak throughout the year because of and it looks like it's starting to wear down on him now because he's throwing. You got to think the motherfucker throwing the ball 80 times a game.
Yeah.
So one game he's throwing 50.
Yeah.
And it wears on a dude that especially has that type of injury. So later on in the year, they've got to look to resting him and not letting him throw that much. And when your running game's doing that, I bet they wanted to already have kind of a playoff spot clinched up so they could actually rest him. But knowing Peyton, he wouldn't even let the backup quarterback come in.
No. So I'll tell you what, man.
I ain't resting. You sit on the bench.
Because the Monte Ball, he's still trying to figure his role out in NFL, and I'm so far because I was his biggest fan. Like, yes, we got Monte Ball.
Anderson's nuts.
And But C.J. Anderson is doing a job.
Hillman was running.
Hillman was running pretty
100
good too,
yards.
So Once Hillman come back, because I believe he'll be cleared next week.
But I still think Anderson's going to be your starter.
Oh, yeah, he's going to be our starter.
You ride the hot hand.
Yeah.
You
ride
that hot hand as much as you can.
Yeah, as much as you can, but give him about at least 10, 12 carries as well to relieve him.
Mm-hmm.